Hi, welcome to November week first Gbpjpy breakdown analysis, actually, not breakdown. Um, so this was analysis from last week that once price broke out accumulation, we would head down to 133 target, right? So I had that because we're at a weekly supply level. So let's just go over what I'm looking for this week, and I broke it down from all time frames, so weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour. So weekly, what we had was we had this supply area up here, and weekly tap supply in end of August. End of August, weekly tap supply. Then we rejected supply. We got a large move after rejecting supply, as you can see here. We created a new low. So you see this weekly rejection, I said strong support and good target for sells. And as you can see, we have currently, it looks like we retested broken structure, right? This area right here, once we broke past it, we came back up. As we know, broken market structure gets retested 95% of the time. Retested broken market structure on the weekly. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, 3 weeks below that level, 137.800, and then price pushed down last week, right? So we broke out of this accumulation on daily. Excuse me. So, and this is a large monthly / weekly demand area here. This was when Boris Johnson got elected. Then we came back here, coronavirus time, safe havens inflating, and then price rejected it, right? So we came back up to this weekly supply. Now we rejected this. So we got several levels in between, which we'll go over. But this is essentially is the next large monthly and weekly demand area, right? Strong support. This is the daily time frame. So as you can see, this is the top from that weekly right there. This is this price action on daily, 900 pip move down after tapping into weekly supply, right? And as you can see, this was a structure that the weekly structure that price broke, created a new low at 133.00. And then we went up, retested that broken market structure. As you can see, I even had that in last week's analysis. We were retesting this broken market structure. So we retested broken market. Retested broken market structure, but then we ended up accumulating for a bit, right? But price broke out accumulation, and it created a new low, right? So since end of September till now, price has been accumulating all of October, and then now it just created a new low, right? And then there's still some price activity on the side over there. So on Friday, what we saw happen, the entire week, we saw price coming down, and then Friday we saw price pulled back up on Friday. Institution bank taking profit on the sells and pushing price further up for a better sell price, right? Main target is still 133.00. That's the first target for sells. And then we also have a key daily support at like 132.00 area right here. And then we have our large weekly and monthly demand area down there. So now we have some sort of sentiment of what's going on, what has happened in the past few weeks. So I still think we can come down to 130. This does not mean that like GJ is going up. That's not what it means, right? Although these are wicks here, remember this price area before, same area. There's a lot of these wicks at this area. So the price activity is not the clearest here, but we do know our targets, right? So looking down into the 4 hour, we can plot out our zones, right? So 133 first target for sells. We have this intraday level where the last week made a new low. So it's a good intraday target, right? And what I have up here is we have a zone, a 4 hour level at 135.800. It is a fresh level. There are also another level at 136.200. So price may pull up for further liquidity here, or price may pull up for 135.800 to set up for the sells. Okay. If we do get the sells at any of these levels, or price does set up for nice sells, we can safely target down to like 134.500, this wick. So you know this wick price would come down to this area, right? This high liquidity area. And then if price breaks down, if higher time frame breaks this structure, then we can head down to 133, right? So break, and then we can head down. Don't get too caught up in it in the lower time frame, because this structure could also reject once price comes down, might even reject, right? And then we can evaluate using higher time frame. Let's say if daily doesn't break this and daily closes above, something like this happens. 1 second. If something like, 1 second. So something like this happens. If we rejected this, you could get maybe even short-term buys, but essentially for a bullish scenario, price would have to break above here, retest, and then continue, right? Otherwise, I would not, it could even create a lower high like this and then continue down, like something like this happened here. See, this area is still high liquidity. So there's wicks there. So it's possible it even comes there. Like I said, 136.2-ish, 136.5, because see these wicks, 136.5 before continuing down, come down. And then if we break past this level, price can continue down to this daily area, right? And then you know your ranges. Okay, like this is the first target, this one the targets, this is another daily target, and then you have 133.2 132.0, then you have this level 120 129.5, and then you have your further, this is the weekly demand, right? So you see how it can work through all time frames and figure that out, right? So looking back at the 4-hour, what we wrote was, yeah, so we'll have to reevaluate once price, we'll have to see what happens once price gets here, but that doesn't mean, even if there's rejection, that doesn't mean structure shifting. You'll have to wait for proper confirms and changes in market structure. So like 4-hour currently is creating these lower highs, right? Lower highs and lower lows, as you can see, lower highs, lower lows. For there to be a shift in market structure, price would have to start creating higher lows and higher highs, right? And then once you start breaking above key levels, then, okay, you're like, okay, now this could be a buy opportunity, push up, break above the next key level, okay? So that would have to occur, like a shift in structure would have to occur. Other than that, just a rejection off of here doesn't signify market changing. You would have to get that market structure shift, like consolidation or something, or price creating these higher lows, and then it booms, right? Okay, because just easily, if we do get a break at this level, we can get a retest on 4-hour and push down, like something like this. See how price retested this broken structure and then push down. Okay. So that's 4-hour labeled out the targets. Just see this what I mean. There's also that 1-hour supply up here, and we'll go further in depth. 136.200. And if we look on the daily, we also saw that. Let's say that it's just this area, right? Like here, look, price pulls up 135.900, right? Which is what we have, like 135.800 to 136.200, right? That level. See over here too, these are large wicks. Here it was a bit more, 136.500 level, but even here, 135.77, 135, well, this is a bit lower, but you get the point. Like it's just this area in general, like this area here, where it's high liquidity, so price can pull up, set up for it, and then push down. You see what I mean? And then even here, there's price activity. Okay, now that's out of the way. We can just dive on into the 1-hour. 1-hour. So I have that level 136.200, right? That was previous level. You see how there's price activity here, consolidation, price pulled up after breaking past this day. So that was a structure that we broke past. Like this structure, price retested and continued. So look on it like here, right? So retested that broken structure, this consolidation area 136.200, and pushed down, created a new low, came back up to that same area where we had that consolidation, that zone, this 1-hour supply level, and we tapped it. Although we didn't go up to 136.200, we were still right below 136.00, so it's close, right? Clean sells at the top of the level, we created a new low. We created a new low, tapped market structure on daily and 4-hour, and what happened after that was that price pushed up. Where did price push up? Back to this level, back to this supply area here, and we got a fresh rejection at 135.800. Okay, so now what you can start doing is waiting and observing how price will act at this level, 135.800, or it may push a bit deeper into the 136.0, 136.200 level, right? And then if you see rejection and lower time frame structure shifting at here and setting up for sells, then you can take the sells, and then you know what your targets would be. Like you can possibly take target at 135 point here, right? This is a minor level, intraday level, and then further at 134.5, right? And then see how price would react. So essentially, that's just my outlook for GJ. For buys, we would have to see something more of like, let's say price rejected, see how it comes down, rejects here. And then if it pushes up, then we can call for safer buys, right? But there's a lot going on right now. UK going into lockdown too, so that could take impact the pound, right? GJ goes down, which would make sense. Brexit talks also wrapping up, but we'll be have to watching headlines and seeing how that comes into play. But yeah, UK is going into lockdown for, is it 4 weeks, right? And I think they'll be opening up, yeah, before, like, so they can open up before Christmas. Anyways, that's analysis. I'll post this in the Telegram, this one, and this one, and then we'll see how it plays out. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.